I'm Nathan Castleberry, and I'm the young adults pastor at Central. Las Vegas is really interesting. When they say Sin City, they're not joking. I mean, it's just literally sex and fun is everywhere you go. And because of that, the people who have lived here and grown up in that, a lot of people find careers in the entertainment industry, and so and it pays really well. So you see 18, 19-year-olds parking cars at casinos making $70,000. And so what do you do when you're that young and you have that much money? You throw parties, you get into substance abuse and all that. So you see at a very early age just addictions and just strongholds on people's life. For the amount of fun that people outside of Vegas think the city has to offer, people who live here know it for just a lot of pain, a lot of desperation, a lot of darkness. I think the biggest thing with millennials, I just think they're looking for belonging. I think they're looking for community. Like if you look at a lot of the experiences that are being created in the city for young adults, it's not just based on gambling and the typical Vegas stuff anymore. They're trying to create a sense of, hey, something you can do with your friends, take in experiences together. It's interesting. I think there's a whole new focus on community for locals with the downtown Las Vegas and whatnot. And I just think it's kind of cool because we're starting up a ministry that's focused on community as well. And I think community is the hook that people are looking to bite. But I think it's really just about creating memorable experiences that kind of deconstruct the stigma of when you come in church, you have to change. We really want to play into the mentality of wherever you are in your life, you can come in here and feel acceptance. Like that. Matter of fact, one of the biggest things we say is it's okay to not be okay. And that's kind of become like the biggest saying and mantra around here is it's okay to not be okay. We haven't really done a great job of moving people past attending church. And so one of the kind of the core values of this birth of a young adults ministry and movement here at Central is to not just have spectators of church, but to actually start being the church. Our goal is to really create a sense of you can be in on the action. You can be a part of church. You can mobilize your faith. You know, when it said in Acts chapter 2 that they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to me a devotion is more than Sunday morning. When they get on board with the mission of following Jesus full-heartedly, I think they're going to realize that it's up to me to get more people introduced to Jesus. So it just kind of comes full circle. We just have a sense of urgency to not just be a light, but to actually pull people out of that life and place them in the presence of Jesus. You know the story where Jesus was gathered in a house and there was a long line of people that wanted to get in his presence. And some friends had a paralyzed buddy and they couldn't get him in the line, so they actually broke the roof open and lowered him in to Jesus' presence. And I think that's a beautiful picture of our strategy. It's like we want to do whatever it takes to get people in the presence of Jesus. I think if you do discipleship right, then they develop a sense of burden for their friends who aren't experiencing that. And so it just ends up working out. And I think that's the beauty of the church. It's the only organization that is self-sustaining. Because if you do what Jesus asks you to do, you can't help but to keep growing.